We are in a game of chess with MB Power. They're sitting across the board and they've got all these things, these moves that they're willing to make or have to make or forced to make. And we're sitting over here with our bunch of chips ready to make a move. And almost every move, we got them kind of in a checkmate situation. They have to be very careful because it's very easy for us not to need the grid. I don't think we should ever go off grid, but with battery technology, solar, inverters, it's like, it's there as a kickstand. That's it. The grid in other countries, they're just using that thing as a backup. So let me tell you why. Right now, we can take with our net metering program, make sun all summer long, all day long, and send it back to the grid, and we get the same dollar amount as what we pay for it. It's a great program. However, we're one of the last men standing. There has been lots of rumors going around that the net metering program have already requested to make some changes to it. St. John Energy gives you 7 cents a kilowatt hour when you send it to the grid, 14 cents a kilowatt hour when it comes back, when you have to buy it, plus tax. So if I can send power back to the grid at 16 cents, and then buy it again for 16 cents, I'm rounding here, why would I ever want a battery? But if I only get half of what I could have made if I had kept it and used it myself later, battery. I'll store it myself. I'm not giving it to anybody because you're just going to give me half of what I'm going to pay for it later. Financially, right now with MB Power, batteries don't make sense. They're there as a convenience. They're there when the power goes off. You can go into off-grid mode. Got a lot of systems out there like that. Harder to sell. You're just selling it on convenience. There's no monetary value. It's just convenience. What are you willing to pay for convenience? Some people are willing to pay $20,000 for a generator setup that burns fuel. Other people who have solar especially are willing to put the money into a battery. So MB Power, chess move number one, you change the net metering program and make it worse for us. Boom, I moved the battery piece. Oh yeah, the smart meters, what are they for? They are for time of use, which may also be coming and definitely going to be proposed at the EUB hearings in April. What is time of use? Quick refresher. Your power is going to cost more between 5 and 7 at night and more first thing in the morning. When everybody uses power, it costs MB Power more to make it because we're using more of it. Time of use, it makes sense. It's coming. Chess move number 2, time of use. Psst. Now our power's worth costs a whole lot more for 3 hours a day. Well, I'll just use my new battery. In California, it costs 90 cents a kilowatt hour American to use electricity during peak times. But if you use it at nighttime, it's only 10 cents. So you're telling me I can take a dime and put it into some machine and then make it turn into $1 later? In Ontario, they have a ultra-light low rate, which happens overnight. I believe it's a little over 2 cents a kilowatt hour. So you're telling me instead of paying 16 cents a kilowatt hour, which is what we do now all day, all night, I can buy this same thing for 2 cents a kilowatt hour. Yeah, but I don't need it in the middle of the night. That's no good to me. So using smart tech like scheduling and smart home technology and time of use policies and inverters and stuff, we can charge your car at night. We can decide when we're going to reheat your water heater. By we, I mean you, because you're going to want to do this because you're going to want to take advantage of these super cheap rates that happen at certain times of the day. So right now we use everything instantaneously. So chess move again, battery. Back to solar, you raise your rates. Solar makes sense even more because now the value of that thing that we put on your roof or in your yard is now working and making more value because the electricity is more valuable and you don't have to pay for it. And now you're telling me that battery technology has gotten so cheap that we can put these on homes, and we can choose when to use your electricity or when to store it or when to sell it, because we'll be able to sell it during times when they need it. That is called demand response. New term. I'm trying to get everyone on to kilowatt hours, but now we're going to move into demand response. Let's paint a quick picture. It's minus 30 or it's plus 35. All the ACs are running, or all the heat pumps, electric heat, electric car chargers. Everybody's having a shower, cooking turkeys. Everybody needs power all at once. Crap. As a utility, I'm like, all right, what do we got, guys? What's running? LaPro's junk. Mac the Crack needs refurbishment. We're down to one turbine. Quebec, Maine. You got any power? Crap. Okay, we're gonna fire up a jet engine somewhere, and we got to do something. We can't make the power go out. Or the problem with that is it's going to cost a pile of money. Because guess what? If I'm Quebec, I'm like, hey, I need power too. But if you really need it, how much are you going to pay for that, right? So what's going to save me more money? Buying electricity from somebody else, or making it at a very expensive rate by burning diesel or something? Or maybe it's cheaper for me to pay you guys to not use it. So we're just going to make it worth a whole lot more, which is why the time of use thing happens. It's going to be worth a whole lot more. Or maybe the customer can get on a demand response program and supply us electricity when we need it the most, which might not be during a sunny day. That's why solar's not always the greatest thing. But hey, you got a battery? In Nova Scotia, they are paying $10. That is not a misprint. $10 a kilowatt hour for demand response if you came to 4 calls last year. This is a program that they're running. $10. You could have paid, well, if you charged it from the sun, you wouldn't have paid anything. You could have paid, say, 16 cents a kilowatt hour. 16 cents. You're going to put 16 cents in this machine, and you're going to get $10 back? Whew. Guess what? That chess move just made batteries make a whole lot more sense again. And of course, there's other things about batteries that are really cool. Like the fact you can go over to some of my customers, grab the big knife switch, pull that baby down, and guess what? The lights just go ding, ding. And someone goes, what was that? Oh, the power must have went out. We're just running on batteries for the rest of the night. When the sun comes up tomorrow, the sun will recharge it. So who cares when MB Power is going to get here? They got a lot of fish to fry. So that's a perk to batteries too, which is a perk now. So there's a benefit to you. There's a benefit to the utility. If we don't have to build power plants because we're not using power at peak times and we're self-consuming. And the future, which actually is happening now in certain places, vehicle to grid. You're using the battery from your car, allowing the grid to buy, say, 20% or whatever you set it to off the top of it. At $10 a kilowatt hour, hey guys, I'm in. I don't care. I'm not going on a big road trip tomorrow. I only need a couple kilowatt hours to get to work. Totally selling that. So all these battery devices and demand response devices are going to be valuable because you should be able to monetize it and get dollars from it. And I know it's all very confusing, but this stuff, when you set it up, we can just set it. When time of use comes, we're just going to be running around setting these inverters with batteries to sell and buy and charge during certain times. It's all pre-thought. And in other countries, they actually log in and run this stuff through what they call virtual power plants, where they can shave power when, they just make sure the customer experience never changes. And I know there's the big things like, oh, Big Brother's not going to run my water heater. They don't have to, but you might want them to because you might save some bucks. Anyways, that was one big long rant. I'm glad you watched it. From this guy over in Tracy, New Brunswick. Follow me, East Coast Sun, for more recipes.